You know, in America, there's this one three-digit number that has this huge amount of power over your financial life. It's basically a score for how trustworthy you are with money. But here's the catch. It has nothing to do with how much you earn or how much you have saved. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on this so-called magic number, see what doors it really unlocks, and why hitting it can literally make your life cheaper.
And this is the number 100. It's the key, it's the passcode that gets you into a completely different financial reality.
And here's the wild part, right? This number has nothing to do with your income. I mean, you could be making six figures and still be locked out.
And nope, it's not about your savings either, how much cash you've got stashed away. That's a totally different game.
No, the power, it's all concentrated right here, in this one specific score. To the entire financial system, this number speaks way louder than almost anything else.
So, what is the big deal with 700? I mean, is it some kind of elite club? Not really. It's just the line in the sand. It's the point where the system starts to look at you and think, okay, this person is trustworthy.
See, you gotta understand, lenders don't see a smooth curve. They see big, chunky boxes. If you're below 600, you're in the risky box. In the 600s, sure, you're playing the game, but everything's gonna cost you more. But the second you cross 700, boom, you've leveled up. You are officially in the good box.
And that's really the heart of it. That 700 mark, it's the trust threshold. It's what separates you from being seen as a problem to being seen as a valued customer.
So, what does trust even mean to a bank? It's not about your personality. They don't care if you're a good person. It's all about your patterns. A trusted borrower is just someone whose data screams, I pay my bills on time and I don't freak out with debt. That's it. That's the signal that changes everything.
Okay, so what does this actually look like in the real world? How does your life actually change once you hit that 700 threshold? Well, you'll start to notice doors just opening.
All of a sudden, you're getting offered lower interest rates. That means you pay less for the exact same house or car. You start getting mail for premium credit cards, the ones with actual good rewards. Landlords look at your application and say yes without a second thought. Even your car insurance can get cheaper.
And this is the part you really have to get. You haven't changed. Your job is the same. Your income is the same. The only thing that's different is the price you pay for money. That's the hidden superpower of a 700 score.
All right, now let's flip this around because this is where it gets really dramatic. Let's talk about the hidden, insane cost of being just 1 point short.
Think about it like this. A single point separates two completely different worlds. At $699, you're living in the expensive world. You're paying higher interest, you're getting rejected more often, you have to put down bigger deposits. But at $700, you cross the border into the accessible world. Suddenly, the rates are lower, the approvals are easier, and the offers are better.
And you have to remember, this isn't personal. The system isn't mad at you, it's just math. Cold, hard, aggressive math that's pricing risk. And it just so happens that 700 is one of the biggest, sharpest cutoff points in the whole algorithm.
So if this number is such a big deal, why do so many people get stuck just below it? Well, the reason most people fail isn't because they're broke, it's because of a few small, overlooked habits.
I mean, let's just ask it straight up. If the benefits are so obvious, why does hitting this score feel so out of reach for so many people? You know, it almost always comes down to these common slip-ups. One late payment, that can knock you down hard. Using too much of your available credit, that's a huge red flag to lenders. Closing an old credit card you don't use anymore, that can actually hurt you by making your credit history look shorter. And applying for new stuff all the time makes you look desperate. They seem like tiny things, but they add up fast. So here's the secret, if you can even call it that. The system isn't looking for a financial genius. It actually rewards really boring behavior. Just being consistent, paying your bills on time, keeping your balances low, that beats any intense, complicated strategy every single time.
All right, let's bring this all home and talk about the real takeaway here. Because the ultimate prize for hitting 700, well, it's probably not what you think it is.
Let's get one thing crystal clear. A 700 credit score is not gonna make you rich. That is not its job.
So what does it do? This. It makes money stop fighting you. All that financial stress, that feeling like you're constantly swimming against the current, it just eases up.
And what does that actually feel like in your day-to-day life? Well, for starters, things just get quieter. There's less stress, fewer panicked phone calls. Then life gets cheaper. You're just not wasting as much money on interest and fees.
And finally, life becomes more predictable. You have more options, more control. And that right there, that's what the start of financial freedom actually looks like. It's not about yachts and mansions. It's about peace. It's about stability. And in America, that whole journey, it really does start right here at 700.
So if this breakdown clicked for you and you're ready to really understand how money works, make sure you follow along for our next explainer.
Thanks for tuning in.